The 2016 Mercedes-Benz V-Class AMG Line. The Mercedes V-Class has had an interesting life, to say the least. First introduced in 1996, the V-Class has undergone more name changes than Diddy himself. It was first called the V-Class before being rebranded as the Viano when the second-generation model arrived in 2004. Then in 2014, the third-generation model was introduced, and with it, Mercedes went back to the van's roots by bringing back the V-Class name. Depending on where you are in the world, iterations of the van have also been called the Vito, Marco Polo, and most recently in the US, the 2016 Mercedes-Benz Metris. The current 2014 Mercedes-Benz V-Class, or at least the one sold in Europe, is considered as one of the plushest people carriers in the market. The interior, for instance, is a picture of luxury, providing the same aura of elegance as some of Merc's luxury sedans. The popularity of the V-Class is a big reason why Mercedes is trying to parlay that success by introducing the new V-Class AMG Line package for the people mover. Like most packages of this sort, the AMG Line features plenty of exterior and interior updates, all created with help coming from Merc's performance division. It's actually the first time AMG will get its hands on a model from Mercedes' van division, so expect it to be dressed to the nines with plenty of new components, features and tech additions. The V-Class AMG Line will be showcased at the 2015 Frankfurt Motor Show. Once it's done turning heads at the exhibition floor, the AMG Line package will then head to dealerships where it's set to become available in markets where the V-Class is sold. Continue reading for my full review of the V-Class AMG Line. Exterior. The exterior of the V-Class is like looking at two different pictures. The front end looks unmistakably like a Mercedes. If you can get past the fact that it can't escape the boxy character of a van, you might come to realize that overall, the V-Class actually looks good. Everything else looks like a van, and a very long one at that. If you can get past the fact that it can't escape the boxy character of a van, you might come to realize that overall, the V-Class actually looks good. The newly styled front bumper now features a different take on the air intakes. The side sills are also more pronounced, an improvement from the almost non-existent ones on the standard V-Class. Even the rear bumper gets a new styling. The addition of a new lip spoiler and a new set of 19-inch AMG light alloy wheels complete the exterior AMG makeover of the V-Class. It's really not much, but then this is still a van for all intents and purposes. Any upgrade, no matter how subtle, goes a long way in turning it from an upright hauler to a refined ride worthy of its Silver Arrows badge. Interior. Step inside the cabin and you'll be greeted by a well-appointed interior that has Mercedes' stylish imprint all over it. The dashboard is arguably the most elegant of any dash you'll see in a van. The dashboard is arguably the most elegant of any dash you'll see in a van. The top half of the dash can be dressed in faux leather with accent stitching. Ambient lighting separating the two dash sections creates a relaxing ambience that draws away from the busy center console. The most prominent feature of the console is the freestanding display screen. This can be controlled by a touchpad that recognizes a variety of finger movements like scrolling, swiping and zooming. The new V-Class AMG Line package takes it up to the next level with its own set of updates. The silver chrome air vents, carbon fiber look trim, and black headliner are all part of the package. But the real score of the kit are the optional extras, which include a new center comfort system with a chiller compartment, LED illuminated thermo cup holders, 2 iPad holders in the rear, and the largest panoramic roof in the midsize van segment, measuring 6.23 feet by 3.67 feet. Drivetrain. About the only thing the AMG Line package doesn't touch is the engine of the V-Class. That said, the V-Class still has plenty of engine options to choose from, beginning with a 2.1-liter 4-cylinder that's been used on a number of Mercedes models already. Mercedes made the necessary tweaks to get it up to the standards of the V-Class, resulting in variety of output numbers, beginning at 136 horsepower and 244 pound-feet of torque for the V200 CDI, 163 horsepower and 281 pound-feet of torque for the V220 CDI, and 190 horsepower and 325 pound-feet of torque for the range-topping V250 BlueTEC. The V200 and V220 each come with an EcoGear 6-speed manual transmission, while the V250 BlueTEC will receive a 7G Tronic Plus transmission as standard. There's still no word on whether a V63 AMG is in the pipeline. Prices. Mercedes has given no indication on how much the V-Class AMG Line package is going to cost, opting only to announce that the program will become available in the last quarter of 2015. Based on what Mercedes charges for other AMG packages, my best guess is that the package will cost around €5,000, which would be around $5,700 based on current exchange rates. The good news is that Mercedes is making the AMG Line package available for all engine variants and body lengths of the V-Class. The good news is that Mercedes is making the AMG Line package available for all engine variants and body lengths of the V-Class. Pricing for the Mercedes V-Class begins at €42,000 $47,500 for the V220 BlueTEC SE, going all the way up to €47,550 $53,750 for the long-wheelbase V250 BlueTEC Sport. Mercedes hasn't announced the pricing details for the Metris, the V-Class based mid-sized van that will be sold in the US and Canada. Safety. AMG will set up the spring and dampers on the V-Class to make them firmer than those on the standard model. The kit will also add a 17-inch braking system, as well as lowering the suspension by 0.59 inches. The agility control suspension can also be added to the AMG Line pack, providing frequency-dependent, variable damping capabilities to help the V-Class maintain its smooth riding on any kind of surface. AMG will set up the spring and dampers on the V-Class to make them firmer than those on the standard model. Competition. 2016 Volkswagen T6 Multivan. How does a van with the pedigree of Mercedes find a competitor? None of Merc's usual rivals have vans of their own, and the companies that do can't compete with the style and elegance of the V-Class. So there's really just one viable competitor to the V-Class, and it comes by way of Volkswagen. It's called the Multivan Transporter. The exterior of the Multivan isn't as provocative as that of the V-Class. The front profile, specifically the headlight configuration, looks impressive, but everything else looks the part of a van. The absence of a Mercedes badge might have something to do with that. But everything changes when you step inside the cabin. Just like the V-Class, the Multivan's interior is awash in luxury trim and state-of-the-art technology. The dashboard doesn't elicit the same level of awe, but it still gives you that feeling of being inside an interior that's been well prepared with the finest materials available. The Multivan also provides wireless internet access, and the bench-style seat in the third row provides space to fit as many as 8 people inside. The VW van also has an accessible table that can be taken out for meetings. The Volkswagen Multivan only has one engine option, a 2.0-liter TDI that produces 148 horsepower. Other engines are scheduled to be added in the future, but for now, this is all the Multivan has at its disposal. Unfortunately, the Multivan isn't being offered in the US, which is why the V-Class US-bound version, the Metris, might have to find other competitors to measure itself against. Conclusion. AMG purists might scoff at the notion of a van being associated with the high-performance division, but I actually think that this move should have happened a long time ago. Now that it's here, I'm even more convinced that Mercedes made the right decision of tapping into AMG's aftermarket prowess to breath some new energy into the V-Class. Give credit to AMG for not filling the van up with fluff. Love it. Tremendous interior options. Mercedes kept the V-Class identity intact. Subtle but effective performance improvements. Leave it not available in the US. Costs a lot in other markets. Could suffer from van stigma in the face of the crossover revolution.
If you liked this video, please share your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to hit the subscribe button.